when a child, just like a child, how can you trust the news when you've been lied to so many times? In fact, how can you trust the truth when you hear it from somebody who has been lying to you for years? This whole fuel pipeline and the Russians, we'll talk more about that. I just don't believe anything I hear anymore, regardless of whether I can't decipher whether something is a lie or the truth now being fed to us. We'll talk more about that. Welcome to the Overtaxed Taxpayer channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do so and click the little bell icon. And as always, leave a comment in the section below. I'm heading off to work so I can pay for all the illegal aliens and give them all their free stuff. So crypto markets took a little dump this morning. I looked at it, I'd say about 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago before I jumped in the car. Everything's down. Nothing to freak out about. And which surprised me, because DigiByte is normally independent of the other markets somehow. DigiByte was also down itself. It's down 12.5 cents the last time I looked. Now remember, don't forget, at 12.5 cents, coming down from 15 cents. Came down from 15 cents, 14.5 to right around 14.5 to be fair, to its 12.5 cents right now. Everybody's like, oh my god, but you got to remember when its all-time high was 6 cents. Theta, it's down to 12.5. What am I saying? DigiByte is down to $12.5. Yeah. I'm trying to recall in my mind what's going on. I know what's going on. I just need a little brain lubricant. Oh, man. 12.5 cents for Theta. Bitcoin was down a little bit to 55 grand. That's really all I care about as far as crypto. Silver was up. Silver, from when I looked up, and I am guilty, I looked at it last night, was $27.50. So everything's looking, good on the precious metal side, not so good on the crypto side. But hey, it depends whether you are trying to sell or buy, right? Because if you're trying to buy, a down market is a good market. So how do you trust, for example, your child? Compulsive liar. I don't have any children, but I'm just... how do you trust somebody who's just been a compulsive liar? Somebody who's cried wolf so many times? How do you trust the news anymore? For example, I just heard on the radio, CNN is reporting that because we did such a good job wearing masks. First of all, they've been complaining that we have not been wearing masks. Remember? But we done such a good job wearing masks, it suffocated the flu virus. And because we did that, this coming flu season could be epidemic, could be in epidemic portions to the likes we have never seen again. Always reporting in order to make you scared. Do they ever report? Do any of the other news channels ever report good news any longer? No, it's to keep you scared. And when you're scared and confused, you normally look to somebody else to resolve your issues or to get the answers from. That, most people, being the government. It's amazing. So, epidemic portions as far as the flu goes in this flu season, the likes of which mankind has never seen. That's the takeaway I got from it. Be scared, be very scared. The Texas no, it's not the Texas pipeline. It's that fuel pipeline that was hacked by the Russians. I've done that already, but it is good. Those beans are not are not your typical Colombian beans. I go to a roaster. He buys his beans directly from source. Nicaragua. This one happens to be Colombian, and he roasts them, and I take them home and I make the coffee directly with that. These beans are guaranteed freshly roasted within 2 to 3 days. A lot of people don't realize that coffee actually has a very short expiration. Its longevity is the stuff that you see in the grocery stores. That was roasted a long time ago, and when you have a bean that's been freshly roasted within the last 3, 4, all right, even a week, it's a completely different taste, a completely different animal. If you guys can find a local roaster, try it one time. Just try it one time. If you don't have a grinder, a lot of them will grind it for you. So this pipeline, I'm hearing 2 sources of news. One source of news says it's not going to affect the southwest or western states. This hacking. Listening to the news on television, it's going to be detrimental to all mankind, blah, 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 epidemic portions, fear everything, But from what I'm hearing, from what my trusted sources, this pipeline is affecting only the eastern quadrant of the United States. Arizona here is not supposed to be affected, but what I really want to talk about is how instantaneously, and this kind of is reminiscent because I was in New York when the Twin Towers fell. I actually flew out of New York City that morning. That morning before it happened, I was going. I think it was LaGuardia I flew out of, and I was flying north. I don't know. It might have been I was flying north. I was sitting. I always take a window seat. I was flying north. I was sitting in the left side window, and I snapped a picture of Manhattan Island because it's elongated. I snapped a picture up, and in the upper right corner you can see the Twin Towers. That very morning, I have that picture. And it's amazing to me. It was reminiscent. The news about this pipeline is very reminiscent of the mechanics of that news in that year. Instantaneously, the crime was solved. Instantaneously. I mean, I'm talking crime solved, information delivered to news media outlets. Boom. Faster than electricity can travel. I can understand, okay, if the crime is solved, okay, all right, let's get some news correspondence, okay, let's pass this along. And I could see in the normal life, in a real world, things like that would take time. You know, you would discuss what news can be released due to classifications, due to many other factors. But no, instantaneously they knew Bin Laden did it. I kid you not. I witnessed the Twin Towers falling down when I landed. I think I was going to Michigan for a client. I got to the resort because I used to be in human resource payroll. I was an implementation consultant. So I landed. The HR department was not open. I was instructed to go sit in the bar, the lounge, until the HR director got there. And on the news, boom, it was there. I witnessed the second tower get hit live. And I'm telling you, within seconds after, it was Bin Laden's fault. It was Bin Laden's fault. They already knew all the terrorists' names, everything. Instantaneously, they already knew the terrorist names. They already knew everything. They knew So yes, the pipeline gets hit. Am I just rambling this morning? My brain. Sometimes my brain is working faster, or my mouth is working faster. I don't know. Regardless, pipeline gets hit. Instantaneously, they know it's Russia's fault. Couldn't be China's fault. China has the highest record of hacking than any other nation. China. But with this president in office, can he admit that it was China? Or does he have to push the blame off to somebody else? With all the business dealings that the United States goes through with China, do you think, and we do very little with Russia, do you think they would want to jeopardize those partnerships with China? There's other motives to blaming it on Russia also. Now, I'm not saying this Russia story is a lie. What I'm saying is, when I'm hearing the news now from a compulsive liar, when I'm hearing the truth, I can't decipher the truth from the news from the bad news anymore. Or what am I saying? The lies anymore. I cannot decipher anymore whether I'm being told a lie or the truth. Can you? There's other reasons why one would blame Russia. It's Trump's friend. It'll trust me. It'll take maybe a week, and it'll circle back to Trump somehow. Well, this is Russia, the person that Trump got along so well with. I can just hear the little innuendos coming out from the news media outlets, little seeds that they plant. And, he's running for election again. He's going to give the power back to the Russians. I can see it, and incrementally blaming it more and more on Trump or Trump's friend. Again, I don't believe, even if China did something, because this is war. I mean, in my opinion, this is computerized war. It's an act of war, and it should be dealt with as such. But would our government, many large corporations, the woke corporations, do you think they would want to jeopardize Chinese partnerships? I don't think so. Have a good one.